are the heartbeat of the Caribbean, where the music never stops. New era, TT Radio, NETT Radio.
So that we say a very special good evening to you, and of course welcome Ted, good to have you here on New Era TT Radio, the heartbeat of the Caribbean. And of course this is where we take you above and beyond as we welcome you to another edition of Pageantry Talk with Adina Pollard Simon, and it's always a pleasure to have her. So Adina, good evening to you. How are you doing?
Hi, good evening, Sir Charles. I am fine and excellent at the same time.
That is good. I mean, you had a bumper weekend.
Yes, I did. I'm still masking and glowing in the weekend. How was yours?
My weekend was pretty good, you know. Actually, I got to move around a little bit, and then I did some work, and I'm back here.
Oh, that's nice. I must say good evening to my Gael family. I'm here presently in the Gael studio with you, New Era TT as well. So I'm between the two of you all.
Yes, that is really good. I'm happy to know that.
That's the love that is in this family here.
All right, well, we are here. One person on the platform is backstage. So as soon as you're ready, let me know.
Of course. I would like to say good evening to my listeners and viewers, and welcome to Pageantry Talks. For those who don't know, as you would have heard, I am Adina Pollard Simon, aka Queenie, and that name would have came from being in pageants almost 30 years now, right? I have, as they say, I have walked the walk, talked the talk, not blowing my own horn, but a lot of persons who have now started to view the show or would have looked at after every episode would ask the question, and I know how long have you been in pageantry? So I have done national, I've done community first, national, regional over the years, and international many times. I've even held the directorship for my own brand, which is Miss Bold and Beautiful. So I took a little sabbatical from that, so I'm giving you a summary. And also I was the director for Miss Plus World Trinidad and Tobago, which originated from Houston, Texas. So all in all, I wear many hats, and that's who your host is involved in pageantry. So here I am today as your talk show host.
Yeah, so you're well capable, you're qualified. Thank you.
I think so.
Yes,
but I'm trying to get you to come on board, Sir Charles.
I'm on board, just in the back room.
No, in the main division. I need to have you there. I will coach you.
I can do without that excitement at this stage.
Just my little excitement is good at our age.
I know, right? but still.
But it's good excitement because when you finish, you'll be crowned. You could say it was mentored and chaperoned by Queenie. Okay?
I wouldn't mind that. As well.
Okay, thank you for having me this evening and my guests. Also, what I want to explain, this show is about Beyond the Crown people. This show is, you can get many questions answered in the line of pageantry. Our guest today which is hailing from the United States of America, Orlando. They are reigning queens. I liaise with different directors around the world. So each week you will get locally, regionally, and these are persons who I have known over the years, in person, virtual, and the list goes on. But if once you're joining this evening and you hear the guest speak, you'll get to understand more about the show. So if you are interested in entering into pageants or thinking about it or have a family, a friend, whoever, you can get some information from the show. And I think at the end of it, it should help boost your confidence in entering on a stage or runway as well. So I'd like to invite our first guest. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
She is representing Miss Universal Global International. Maria, how are you? Are you excited? Are you being affected by the weather? I don't know what part of the neck of the US you are. I believe you are in Orlando.
No, I'm not. I don't live in America.
Oh, you are. So I would allow you to introduce yourself, Mary.
I'm Mary Mullally, and I'm the current Miss Universal Global International, and I'm from Ireland.
Oh, my apologies. I did not realize I have the Queen herself. I got some information on you, so I'm sorry. Are you the 2025 winner?
Yes.
Okay. Is this your first pageant?
No, I've been doing pageants since 2016.
Okay, so welcome to the pageantry world.
Thank you for having me.
You are welcome anytime. So my question to you is, I would like you to introduce yourself properly, give your pageant experience that you would have had. If there were challenges, how was it for you in this very pageant, or where you would have started from if there were former titles and this title at this point in time?
When I started back in 2016, I was after coming out of a domestic abusive relationship, and I was trying to find myself and find who I am. So with the help of a few people and the director that I met in Ireland, he saw something in me, and I started doing the pageants. The bad point of the pageants with myself would be I have a condition called endometriosis, where it's to do with the womb and the lady bit. So I had to take a break for a few years because of the pain, and I just couldn't get up on stage and be myself.
Okay, my question, I heard you said just now you experienced some challenges. How many titles would you have held before this one?
I have held about 7 or 8.
Oh, okay. Was it national or international?
I have held about 4 international titles, and the rest were all national titles.
Okay. Could you name the national titles? Were they state titles in your community, or were they, as you said, international? You said national as well. Did you have to compete with other states, or was it just national?
National titles was just around where I live. It was just different areas.
And what area is that? That's where you are currently?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I love to ask these questions because I have held numerous titles. It's numerous, too much to mention, but it's good. Do you, with this pageant, are you doing any platform, or would you have had a platform before? Or do you know what a platform is? For viewers who are listening and who would be questioning, because some people always ask, what are the things we have to do? What are the categories you have to compete in, or what do you do? Right? In my different pageants, I would have done platform, and I believe you would understand what a platform is, right?
Yes. My platforms have always been around domestic abuse and violence, and I try to help raise awareness around endometriosis, but I try to help any charity or any cause out there.
Okay. All right. How did you arrive at this current title? What was the reason for entering Miss Universal Global International?
2 years ago, I won an international title in the United Kingdom, where I got to travel over to Miss Universal Global 2 years ago and take part in that, where I placed first runner-up in the Miss category. And Miss Susie gave me the opportunity to come back last year and to try to see if I could take the title, which I did. So that's how I got where I am today.
Okay. So for our viewers, especially for persons who may be interested in entering a pageant, what would you say were the challenges that you would have experienced in terms of sponsorship, even the lead up, even with when we have to do screening and all those things? How was it? Could you give me a walkthrough as to how it went for you? You said you came from the United Kingdom, so automatically you would have entered that. You didn't have to go through a screening, but I want to know, in terms of sponsorship, preparation, how was it for you?
We don't really do much sponsorship over this side of the country. We kind of fund our own pageant experience, and we try to. Some girls work on a budget and some don't. So I try to be unique to myself and not try and be over the top with my outfits or anything like that. I try to be who I am.
Okay. Reason why I asked about the sponsorship, for us in my country, most times every pageant I entered, I would have had like to raise funds, seek sponsorship. Part was sponsored by myself. I don't know how it's done in your country, but I mean, I heard you said you are funding yourself. Most times we do, and it can be costly because it depends on if you have a gown from a store, a board gown, or designers. In my experience and time, I would have done all designers, also getting my own. So I know about going to the store. I mean, your currency would be different to ours, but it's very pricey here, right? How many categories did you compete in Miss Universal Global International?
I competed in 2 optional categories, and then I had the main round, which was interview, evening wear, and or daytime wear.
Oh, okay. When you said the interview, is it the one-on-one interview for the panel interview?
Yes.
Okay. Was that done on the night of the show, or was it done previously?
It was done during the daytime before the live show went out.
Okay. All right. And the evening gown, of course, that would be the evening and night.
Yes.
And you said daytime. Could you elaborate more on that for me about the daytime?
Daytime wear was something that we would wear during the daytime to an event, to a family gathering, just something that we would wear going to an event that we liked ourselves.
Okay. Oh, so that was previously judged as well?
Yes.
Okay, good to hear. All right. Just before I bring on the other guests, because I'll take a pause with you, my thing, what is your lessons that you would have learned from every pageant, even up to this present one?
It's to be true to myself, and I'm different than everyone else, and not to judge myself on the other contestants that I see in front of me.
Okay, excellent. Also, my other question, what advice would you give to listeners who are listening to this show and probably is debating if I should enter? What advice would you give to a potential pageant person?
To always do your research on the system that you're going to join. Contact previous queens or contestants to find out how it was. And if it's something you really want to do, don't think twice about it, because I don't regret ever entering one. It made me a much stronger and confident person.
Okay. You know, there's a saying in the pageantry world. So I would be what we would call your senior pageant sister, right? Heavy is who wear the crown. But I want to congratulate you on your title.
Thank you.
I also like to tell every queen, whether it's national, regional, international, reign supreme. Trust me, I know what that is about. So we'll stick a pin. I'll come back to you with more questions whilst we bring on our other guests. I will take us right back to Mr. Sir Charles just for a bit. Oh, Sir Charles, you are there. So I hope you know he's getting a lot of tips as well from a reigning queen. Yes, you have queen here, but you have.
I am very impressed by your queen.
Yes.
She's very fluent in what she's saying. I can see why she has won all those titles.
Exactly. I love her crown. So here what I'm going to do. Next interview, I interview persons from that organization. I'm going to come with all my crowns. I'm starting to get a little jealous. Hopefully I see you this year. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. There are some surprises for you all pageants. And I can't wait to see you all in person. Right? You can never tell. XYZW. You may see a Trinidad and Tobago flag. I would have sent one of my queens, which I'm blessed she was there, around after the COVID, and she was very successful. I must give it up for Miss Susie Husfield. You all have an excellent director. That's my sister queen, director. She's doing an excellent job in Orlando, and I want you all to give her your full support. You all have so much opportunities with her. So I would like to bring in our other guests, and then I'll come right back to you, Mary.
Yeah. Well, the thing about this is that the others have not joined in as yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know sometimes they have technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, I hope they're not jumping it today because they're not here.
Because I did get a message as we speak. Miss Susie is in Egypt, and she is doing her directorship as well. This lady is such as, I cannot wait for us. We have known each other a long time, and she's like, I can't wait for my queen to come. We keep missing each other when we are in the US. We meet up, you know, the time zone, the different states. She is really what I call a true representation of a director, right, in pageantry. So the floor is yours, Mary. I will go back to Mary. All right, so you have extra time. If they don't join, this is what we do as queens. We represent, and she's doing an excellent job. So I have little tips. Are you hearing me, Mary?
Yes.
Right. I have stuff I like to ask and also tell, because we know this journey. I mean, you have challenges, and I listened to you from the time you started. You would have had challenge, but you took it and you worked through it. And of course, you was able to accomplish this. So now that you have the title of Miss Universal Global International, could you elaborate? Tell me, what is that about? What are your expectations from the organization? Have you gotten any opportunity? Are you doing any humanitarian work? You said you were from your domestic violence. I gather that you are still channeling there. Are you doing community work? What is happening with you as the reigning queen, and when do you give up this crown?
I'm doing a lot of charity work at the moment. I have gone to a few events. I work in a community-based employment where I live. At the moment, I'm getting a campaign ready for a Alzheimer's, which
Okay.
is going out next month. And I give back my title in July.
Oh, July of this year.
Yes.
Okay. So some questions. How was it for you in terms of the preparation? And when I say preparation, I'm speaking about the work, the posture. We have to do so much. Was there any challenge with that, or would you have seen any difference from the previous pageants to this one? Is there any similarity in terms of your training?
I would have done a bit more training this time around, because when I went to Susie's final last year, it was different to what I was used to on this side of the country. So I did a bit more training, and I had to learn how to hack on the height restrictions and the load requirements I had to fly to Florida.
Oh, okay. What about the interview, the confidence? Could you give me or give your viewers some tips? How was it for you in confidence? Were you nervous at any point in time?
I am very nervous when it goes into interviews. It's not a strong point for me. But for me, it was learning how to do the interviews in Florida, because they're so different over here. When we do interviews over here, we don't speak. We get asked questions and we answer the judges. But when I went to Susie's final, I had to talk about myself, and I found it hard to try and get everything I needed to speak about within that time frame. But I think I did okay.
Okay, I got you. Understand. Some stuff you would have mentioned that was prejudged. Same as yourself, like for me, I'm accustomed to getting questions asked on the final night, right? So I'm accustomed to that. That's a usual thing. But each country, because I have the opportunity of competing in the Caribbean, as I said, regional, international, it's on a whole different level. But there are some similarities. I think you would agree with me on that. One of the questions that I always ask on the night of the show, how was it for you? Was it nerve-wracking? Was it like you just wanted to get this over with? The sisterhood, how was all of that for you?
At the beginning, I'd be very, very nervous. But once I step up on the stage, I forget there's anybody there, and I just let myself go how I feel and just be unique, be myself.
Okay, all right. I'm hearing you full of confidence, and that's good. Judges. These are tips we are giving out to the listeners or who would rewatch this show after and ask questions. So we are answering some of them in advance. When at any point in time with the judges, would they have, they notice our body language? Were you at any point in time in modeling, because there's a difference for pageants and fashion shows? And as a reigning queen right now, have you ever done any fashion shows?
Yes, I started out doing fashion shows before I went into pageantry. So I'm more used to being dressed by somebody else and trying to figure out what to wear myself.
Okay. So the question I'm getting at is, on the night, yes, it's a pageant for the final. Was there any fashion segment?
Yes, we had a few fashion shows over the week of the final for different designers.
Oh, so to the lead up of the finals, you did some fashion.
It was like she wanted us to kind of have like practice walks for the designers to get ourselves ready I'm more confident for when we were being judged on.
Okay, good. So I want you to explain to the viewers what is the difference of a fashion show as opposed to a pageant show, in your words.
The difference are the walks. For a fashion show, you're just kind of straight down and just show off your outfit and kind of go back up and off the stage. But for a pageant, you have to show how elegant and be able to do your poses.
Okay, so I will add something to that. For a fashion show, you sell the garments that's one of the things I would have learned from my mentor, because I keep fashion shows as well. All right. When you're on the runway, you're not selling yourself, you are selling whatever pieces you are wearing, whether it's jewelry, accessories, or whatever. Whereas in a pageant, we sell ourselves. Yes, of course, it's a mixture of fashion, because it's your passion. You are selling you, right? Yes, you are modeling, but that's where they select who is the best person for the area of the category and your division. So, I mean, it's similar, right? Just adding some, saying I have gotten an invitation to the UK, so I hope at one point in time when I do visit, I see you, Mary. Okay. What has it been like with the support from family and friends in your community? That's something I know it can be a challenge. I don't know if you are married. I don't know if you are a mother, if you are a wife, if you have, what happens with that for you? Are you getting the support? Because I know sometimes people experience challenges. Are you working? Are you studying? You know?
No, I have a great family behind me. I have a fiance and I have 4 children.
Okay.
So they're great with me, the great support. Where I work, they were very excited and they love listening to what a pageant is, what I do, and they're like, how do you manage to do everything?
Excellent.
Be able to work, be a parent, and be able to do the events and.
Okay, that's nice, because I know this is the reality. I mean, we look at the positive. I always project, because I said positivity is my mantra. That's something I have always said within my personal life, and there are things I would have took from my pageantry walk that I apply to my personal life. So I know sometimes it can be a bit, I mean, I am thankful that I would have had that support and continue to have support from family, friends, colleagues. And I'm hearing the same from you, because it's not easy. I have met queens already, which would have took this path that you are on, or I would have passed, and you would have heard these different stories about the negativity, the body shaming. And I mean, some people doesn't want to speak about these things, but this is the reality. And I always say that this is what helps to shape you, mold you into the queen that you can be or would be, right? Because it's challenging. Remember, you would meet different persons. And how are you as a reigning queen when it's time to pass on that crown? Because I have handed over many crowns. How are you going to speak to someone to give them that assurance and confidence? So Mary, you are doing excellent and you have so much time. Are you studying? I heard you said you have children. How you manage with the work schedule home?
Yes? I'm okay. Because like I have 3 older kids and they're kind of able to look after themselves. They're very good.
Okay, because I know it could be a challenge working, being a wife, being a mother, studying. What I'm telling you is what I did, right? And then having to hustle and bustle for training, and then you have to come back, you have assignment, and you have to make appearances. So is there a schedule for you from your organizer, your director? Do you have a schedule for months? Because I have seen where she takes us on different photo shoot. You all have opportunities. There's companies for ads and this kind of thing. Were you one of those persons selected?
No.
Okay. So what are you doing with your title at this point in time?
At this point in time, I'm going to events around my area whenever there is one, because where I live, pageantry is not a big thing. It's very small.
Okay.
So I try to let people see how good pageantries are and how we can use our crowns and titles to do good in the community.
Okay.
And keep working on my campaigns as well.
Okay. So we live in a age, right now, where everything is social media. I'm just giving you some tips because as a person who would have held many numerous titles, when in my era, when I was born, because we didn't know anything about the internet. I mean, I grew into it. And I always said social media could be used for good, for positive. So I would suggest to you, create platforms on social media virtually, right? You can connect with me, just how my name is spelled, Adina Pollard Simon. You would see the backdrop of Pageantry Talk on Facebook. I am also on Instagram, right? Once you click my name, it will pop up. You'll see many accounts. Instagram, TikTok, right? I'm also a karaoke host and DJ, recent added to my portfolio. The face is there, right? I always tell people as a queen, we can use that time positively. And even after your reign, right?
Yeah.
Even after, because this affects your life. And you would have said that you entered pageants before this one. So I am suggesting to you, do a page, right? And feel free. All my, I call them the royal courts, all my queens, whether it's sisters, aunties, or whoever, there's something I call push a button, right? When you message me on Facebook, you will know what pushing. We don't say that publicly, but it's a positive for women like ourselves, whether it's young teenagers. But once you have a title as somebody who is senior, and I would have gotten a lot. I mean, it was nice to see myself in Malaysia without even being there in their newspapers. Other countries, South Africa, I always get compliments to them. And Miss Susie, your director, she's very hardworking. So I want you all, I am hoping that with this title, I don't know what your plans are after you would hand over your crown, but I would hope that you stay on board to help her to continue building her legacy.
Yeah.
Because she's not going to be around forever. That's the reality. But she's working very hard for her queens. I see her there. I'm always looking on social media. I mean, all the ladies that would have been from your organization, they follow me and we connect. So I'm inviting you to connect as well as a senior title holder and walking this walk. I know it's not easy. Sometimes we need somebody to just air. And that's why I told you we have something called push a button. So follow on Facebook, all right?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you are unsure about in terms of your reign? This present title?
No.
Confident, okay. So if you were to, let's say, mentor, have you ever mentored anyone for pageant?
I've done my daughters.
Okay.
Nice. She's hoping to go back this year.
Excellent. I also heard you say that in your community that you don't have much pageants.
No.
Okay, so that could be a bit of a challenge. But again, social media. You could do your own blog. You would not believe how much persons you may meet or reach out, or they would reach out to you as well, because social media has impact a lot of people's life, right? So you can use your time, your titles, the time you are reigning, your platform, I would encourage you to push it. Even if it's to go on YouTube or YouTube channel as a reigning queen. And of course, with your children, you are the mother, so you would give permission when she's below 18. Is she below 18 or is she over 18?
She's 18.
She's all right, so perfect, right? I guess you know the connection. You know when we reach 18, what happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So is there any upcoming events that you will be attending?
There is a few competitions coming up over the next few months, but I'm just waiting for final confirmation and details for them.
Oh, so you will be a guest?
Yes.
Attending. Okay. Enjoy it. I know how that could be. Do you do public speaking?
No, we don't. We don't really have that over here.
Oh, okay. You can connect with me and I can give you some tips because I heard you on what to do, how to connect. You're doing a good job, and I know with the permission of your director, she would allow. But I will go through her first before, right, and let her know. I do that with all her girls, right? I can give you some ideas to what you can do to connect in terms of your title, because remember, this time is going to fly, going to pass so quickly before you know it. Okay? So I want to take a pause. So Charles, if he's there, to take a break, and then we will round up. Okay? So I'm handing back to studio, and I'll come back to you, Mary.
Okay, no problem. We are here with you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Beautiful woman, you are.
Okay, and of course, with that we are back on the inside here with Pageantry Talks with Adina Pollard Simon. And of course, I guess this afternoon. I'm still waiting on the others. I haven't seen any of them come in, but I don't know if they are still getting, well, I guess they are having that problem. So looks like given what we're seeing at this point in time, we have to go all the way with what we have.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sir Charles, again. And I must thank Mary for being a very good guest on our show. And Mary, every person that comes on Pageantry Talk, yes, it's an interview, but I wanted to have fun. And I'm also inviting you. I hope one year you all would come to my beautiful twin island, Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, to enjoy our warmth in the Caribbean. Such as what I know for a fact, because of these ladies coming from different states, the time zone is one, and the internet, as we know in the past, we would have been having a lot of challenges sometimes. Your director, she has been keeping in touch with me. I know she's in Egypt, so that's a big time zone for them as well.
Yeah, they're like about 7 hours ahead.
Ahead of us, right? Just like, I mean, I've gotten used to it because it's over the years. But remember, we are speaking to Mary from the UK, and that's a different time zone as well. Yeah. So I'm quite aware, and I always like to thank you all for taking the time to come on to this show. But before I know Mary has her commitments, and I am enjoying this. You have the whole interview for yourself. I want to leave some words with you. I mean, words that you would already know. But it's just not alone for pageantry, it's for your entire life. It's to believe in yourself, right? And all that you are. Simple. Continue to believe in you, because no one can do better than you, for you. Okay? And as a mother and as a wife, I know at times it can be challenging, but it's good. I send my love. Kudos to your husband, your fiance, which will be your husband, to your family that is giving you that support, your work community. That's important as well. Okay? Because I see you are capable. I'm not going to even ask. I know you are capable because you are doing the do, you are walking the walk, and I think you are setting a trend, right? I am a trendsetter. So I like to recognize my trendsetters. Being in your community where pageantry is not a big thing. It's a big thing here, right? Because we always have, if it's not fashion show, just yesterday, I got called, but I was unable to appear because I had to wear a different hat. In the Queen's Park Savannah, this person is one of my mentor, Mary. If you ever come to Trinidad and Tobago, you have to meet Mr. Richard Young. I'm supposed to bring him back to the show because he was interviewed a few months ago. His name is synonymous. He has worked with persons like Wendy Fitzwilliam, Nicole Dyer Griffith, a host of queens and fashionistic. And he's not just Trinidad and Tobago. He is international, all over the world, right? So keep connected. And as I said, I can give you some tips on what to do, and I'm very happy. So do you have any special quotes that you like or you want to impart to our listeners this evening?
What I stand by is to always believe yourself. And my main one that I took of the last few years, that there's always light at the end of a dark tunnel.
Okay, nice. I like that. And live by it. I always said, mean what you say and live by it, because you said something about being authentic. I always say, once you are genuine, people will see it.
Yeah.
If you trust me, people know when you are telling the truth and that kind of thing. One of my quick questions to you, is there anything historical for you that you remember in pageantry? For you, that's something that you will take away that happened in your pageant career, or somebody that you would have known of?
I don't think I have any.
You don't have any?
No.
Okay, well, all right. So what you could do, as I said, connect and I'll give you some advice. I'll give you some tips as a reigning queen, and you can continue to apply until you hand over your crown. I hope I'm there to see you. Okay? So I'm guessing that you'll be there in July as well, as you said.
Sorry?
I said, I'm guessing that you will be in Orlando in July to hand over your crown.
I should be, yes.
Okay, hopefully. What is your time difference at this point in time? For me,
I'm 11 p.m.
okay, so I will not keep you from your beauty sleep. On my side, it's almost 7 p.m. Okay? So thank you so much, Mary, for joining. Feel free to subscribe to New Era TT and follow Pageantry Talks for more upcoming dates. Every week, we interview persons. You can never tell. I believe, hopefully, the other guests who were supposed to be, they probably will join. I also have other queens as well and kings to bring on. So, Mary, thank you for being such an excellent guest. And as we say, break a leg, enjoy your reign.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, so Charles, are you there?
Yeah, I am right here. I really enjoyed listening to your guests. You know, and she's right on the ball. Like I said, I can understand why she won all of those titles, because she was not hesitating to answer any question.
Exactly. And that's the thing about
I like that a queen.
That's the thing about queens. So Charles, I was reviewing some, reflecting, and I remember seeing some photos of you and myself when you would have interviewed me when I had came back at 104. And I said, oh, just the other day, right? Yes, the other day, Queenie was like, and look at where she is from that time to now. So it's about growth. And I always tell people, for queens, you always have to be ready. So to answer, sometimes persons say we are parrots. But what I always say is not parrots, you are trained to talk. Because you're always put on the spot for these things. But I enjoy her as well. You see time difference. There's so much. So for guests, next week, you can never tell who will be joining us. Probably could be right here. Because as we know, guests are from any part or any neck of the world, even in our beautiful Twin Island. So I want to leave you all with the words that I would have just given to Mary. Believe in yourself and know that you are amazing. And no one can do anything better than you can in your own way. So until next Monday, I wish you a productive, very healthy week. Positive, rain positivity, and scatter blessings on you. Any parting thoughts, Sir Charles?
No, that'll be good. That'll be good. I just having a good time this afternoon. Thank you so much.
That is nice. And we have other good times and better days ahead.
Oh, yeah.
We have some more questions. So tips. Someone messaged me on my cell phone. Yes. I did do a segment. They were asking about when I had started the segment of myself and giving tips. But I would throw it in with the guests. They were asking about the makeup tips, the hair, because they see I'm rocking a different hairstyle.
Yeah.
That's accustomed to. Yes. I will answer that person. Right?
It caught me and all, because when I just glanced down at the screen, I say, okay, guess here. And I didn't realize, hey, wait, okay, that's a diner there. Okay.
Yes. You see, everybody's accustomed to Queenie with the difference. But it's carnival time for those who don't know. And when you are wearing different hats, you have to switch it up a little bit, right? So don't worry, you all will see me go back to that part of Queenie. Okay? So you know when you're working. But I really enjoyed this evening. I know you have other stuff. So Charles, thank you so much, and to my Gael family and all those who continue to support. Don't forget you can contact New Era for advertising, marketing. Trust me, we are one here, and promote we do. Love you all. Until next Monday. Okay.
shimmers that you wear. It's not that figure that you carry. It's the beauty that's in your eyes that flow right to your heart where love resides. You won the universe. You stand for pride and grace. Beautiful woman you are. You're shining bright like a star. You won the universe. You stand for pride and grace. Beautiful woman you are. You're shining bright like a star. It is not how fine the way you move. You're graceful